Hey Rubies, welcome back to the Ruby Aura Mindset. And I'm so happy to get into today's episode because we're going to be talking about attractive women needing to be wealthy because we need you to be safe. And this is going to be one of our finance classes 101. Okay? We know that this Ruby Aura Mindset channel is for us to understand every aspect of our life and to deal with real life challenges that the world presents and how to be very strategic with it by using not only common sense, but what is in the Bible, and then also understanding how to put them into practice in your everyday life. Now, there are a few reasons why I feel that women need to be wealthy, especially attractive women that carry a gift, women that carry an aura, women that carry the it factor needs to be wealthy, because these are the women that are attacked in the workplace. These are the women that are exploited. These are the women that are always being that persons want to get out an attack because of jealousy. Now, there are 5 main reasons I want you to know why you should be wealthy and attractive. Now, the first thing wealth does for an attractive woman, it will protect you from exploitation. Because you already automatically draw attention, wanted and unwanted. If you do not have financial independence, you will feel pressure to tolerate toxic dynamics for survival. That is why a woman that is very attractive needs her own wealth. And right now in the media, we are seeing what the lady Sweetie, we are seeing what Diamante, if that's her name, Diamante, we see what Sweetie is going through. Sweetie is now being exposed, and I pray for her mental state of mind. She's an attractive woman, but clearly she is going down a road where people want to exploit her. And this is when you want access to money and wealth when you don't have that for yourself. A man's worst nightmare, an insecure man's worst nightmare, is a woman that is stable enough to walk away from a situation that she does not need to be in. So exploitation pops up in many phases of an attractive woman life. It can pop up in the workplace. You have male bosses or colleagues that try to use looks as leverage, right? They will try to come on to you. They will try to stop your promotions because you don't want to be physical with them. There are many women that are going through that in the workplaces. Wealth will give you the option to walk away instead of being cornered on jobs with men and women who try to exploit you. Relationships without money for an attractive woman is a recipe for disaster. Women literally get stuck with partners who manipulate them financially. When you have wealth, you can leave without worrying about how will I survive. There was a time I was in a relationship dynamic, and I wasn't able to work in that moment, but I was actively looking for a job. And because my partner at that time, you notice that, okay, I would need him for certain things, he started to treat me a certain way. And it was almost like in order for me to be able to get what I needed done, I would have to be a slave to him. Because it's a power dynamic. And there were times that he would say when I would get frustrated with him or I would not talk to him whilst we're in the same home, he would literally say, well, if you want to leave, you can leave. It was a taunting dynamic to say that you can't do any better. This is why I will always tell an attractive woman to make sure that you are financially stable. And if you have not reached that particular area or that particular pinnacle of your life where you can financially take care of yourself, work towards it diligently every day, in that moment, I realized that it was a spiritual battle. And I prayed to God daily. I would be on my floor crying, literally on my floor crying, saying, God, save me from this. I need to find a place to live. I need my own place by this date and time. And can I tell you, God came through for that date and time. Because he knew deep down inside that the attack on my life was just from a spiritual perspective. And that spirit was there to destroy me that was in that man. This is why I would tell a woman to make sure that get your wealth up, because before you start to date, because you will date people you want and not people that you need. It will protect you from exploitation. One of my tips I would give you as a woman is start to build a exit fund. Always have a personal exit fund. This is your emergency fund. This is your 3 to 6 months of living expenses, so you never have to stay somewhere where you're not safe because of money. In that moment, when I was with that man, there was a double negative. I did not have transportation, but I started to catch public transportation at that moment. And then I did not have a place to call my own. So I was subjected to the torture for survival. So I will tell you, whilst you are making the money or you're going to work towards making the money, save 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This is your exit fund for when you don't want to stay on jobs that they are bullying you until you could find something better. This is your exit fund where you can leave relationships that are not good for you. Being an attractive, wealthy woman saves you from exploitation. The second thing that I would tell you, the reason that you should always have wealth as an attractive woman, is you have more control over your environment. Wealth will buy you options. The more attractive a woman is, the more she may deal with envy, obsession, or predatory behavior from people. So when you have resources, it allows you to live in a safe environment. Imagine being a gorgeous woman, and you live in a sketchy place. People will want to take advantage of you. So you have more control over your environment when you start to build your wealth. That means you can live in a safe place. You can live in secure neighborhoods. You can afford private transportation instead of being vulnerable in unsafe routes. You can literally invest in personal protection like security cameras. You can make sure that you have a lawyer on speed dial. And you can even partake in self-defensive classes. When you are an attractive woman, get wealth so you can control your environment. Get wealth so you can control your environment. This is another safety tip for you. You need to upgrade your living and lifestyle strategically. This is why, if you notice the rapper phenomenon, most rappers, they are unalived in their hometowns, familiar areas where they grew up, that they have already surpassed that tax bracket. But because there are people that are jealous and envious and obsessive, they take that opportunity for you to live a better life by taking your life. So when you are a woman that is an attractive woman, and you are a woman that is putting in the work, and you are gifted, start to upgrade your living lifestyle strategically. Do not take on bills that is more, but upgrade bit by bit. Get better security systems, get better locks, get better cameras. Start choosing different venues to socialize. When you are in a different tax bracket, you're driving a different type of car, why are you going in environments for persons that are not on your level? They will follow you. They will take from you. They will break into the things that you have. So when you are an attractive woman, and many people will tell you, get out of your head, don't never get out of your head. You need to protect yourself. Protect yourself. The next reason as an attractive woman you need wealth is you have freedom from transactional traps. And this is what I mean by transactional traps. Attractive women are often offered gifts. Let me fly you out. Trips, sponsorships, handouts. And you don't realize they come with invisible strings. When you are wealthy, you don't have to accept manipulative help. That guy that I was with, he knew that I was in a particular season of my life that I could not do what I used to do for myself. And he used that as a way to say, I'm here to help you. And then eventually he turned into that character, that spirit in him manifested, that wanted to destroy me. When you become wealthy as an attractive woman, you avoid being in situations where you owe someone access to your body time or energy. You do not have to sleep with somebody for their $40. You do not have to sleep with that person to feed you, to put a roof over your head. You avoid manipulative and transactional traps. You don't have to lay on your back for that promotion. As a woman right now in this last quarter of the year, as a woman that has I think it's about less than 90 days left inside of this year, get your mind right and realize that you are that girl and start forming serious discipline habits around your lifestyle to get where you need to get. It's not going to get easier. The more that you get this knowledge, use it. You can now set clear boundaries because you aren't financially dependent on anyone. Women that don't have to financially depend on a man can say whatever and walk away whenever. They don't have to pretend to be somebody else in the workplace. They're okay. Now, a safety tip is that you need to start to build income streams more than being depending on one stream of income. So that means you need to build a side business. You need to start getting into digital products. You need to start getting into investments. So your lifestyle isn't tied to somebody else's wallet. Your lifestyle is not tied to somebody else's wallet. Start to get serious about what it is that you need to get done. Now, the fourth reason why attractive women need to be wealthy is that you're going to have more power in negotiation. Wealth literally creates a shield for you against jealousy and power players, and nobody can play with me. Nobody can play with me. In careers, you can literally negotiate the respect because you're not desperate for every opportunity. When I was in a particular season of my life where I was about to receive a promotion, they tried to underpay me, and I declined it because I was not desperate. I was not desperate for it. And because I knew my value and they knew my value, they had to come back and they asked me what I wanted. When you are an attractive woman and you need to be wealthy, because they saw that, hey, this young lady has a lot going for her, and clearly she is okay. If she has to walk away from an opportunity, she will find another one. You got power in negotiation now. When you now put systems in place that you can say no to certain things that are not for you. The next thing that you can do to have power in negotiation is that in relationships, you can literally filter out men who only pursue you for your looks or assume that you need saving. I don't need you. You want me, but I don't need you. You literally can socially afford to be selective with people who have access to your space and energy. You don't gotta go to the places. You don't have to go to those ratchet places. You can find places now that are more conducive to your lifestyle and where you're headed to be as the woman you want to be. Safety tip, you need to use money as a filter. If someone resents your independence, they are literally revealing they are not a safe human being to be around. I want to say that again. If someone resents your independence, they are revealing to you their unsafe intentions and they are a dangerous human being to be around. I was around a man that tried to downplay me being somebody that wanted to be ambitious and focused, and it's because he wanted me to lose my drive. He started to make me feel like these aspects that I am teaching you about today, rubies, were not important. He felt threatened by them because he knew that he could not control me. So I am letting you know now, please, Ruby, learn to get your money right. Learn how to budget right. Learn how to do what you need to do for yourself in this season, because there is a man out there lurking, a woman out there lurking, because even Sweetie, she's being exploited by a woman. She's being exploited by a woman. She's being exploited by another woman. So it doesn't only have to come from men. There's somebody lurking in the shadows because they want to take something away from you. They want to use you. And if you are having trouble learning what to do when it comes to your finances, the first thing I would tell any woman is start to budget. The second thing I would tell you is figure out how you're going to get out of debt. And then the third thing I'm going to tell you is create another stream of income. Okay? Now, that is my safety tip. And number 5, I want the rubies to know why you should be wealthy as an attractive woman is because it saves you psychologically. Financial independence reduces stress. You could dilly-dally. You could dilly-dally off of your penny. You don't have to succumb to any type of lewd acts to enjoy life. It literally reduces stress, it reduces fear, it reduces dependency. Attractive women are often target for control purposes only. I just want you to know that. By insecure people who would never have the opportunity to get life, to have life, to live life like you because you are privileged, right? And what usually happens when you are wealthy, you don't have to play small to keep somebody else comfortable. You save yourself psychologically because you don't have to diminish yourself for somebody else. You save yourself psychologically because now you can invest in therapy, you can invest in coaching and environments that keep you mentally strong, and you could go and take that trip and you could go and buy something and you can dilly-dally. That saves you psychologically. You now can reduce exposure to people who see your beauty as a weakness they can exploit. It saves you psychologically. Building your wealth is going to save you psychologically. Safety tip. Prioritize wealth, not just as a luxury, but literally prioritize wealth as emotional armor. If you start to look at your lifestyle and it's because you want to protect your emotions and your mind and your heart and your body, I guarantee you're going to figure out a way to get wealthy. The more I was in toxic work environments was the more drive I had to start to build myself as a brand. The more that I encountered relationships that were not very good was when I realized that I really need to take my career and finances very seriously. When I realized that I wanted access to better food, I wanted access to trainers, I wanted access to classes, I realized that anytime a woman looks at wealth not as just a luxury to buy certain things, but a luxury to take care of themselves, they figure out a way to get this money ethically. The bottom line is, for attractive women, wealth is literally not a luxury. It is literally about your safety, it is about boundaries, and it is about freedom. Money simply means you don't have to tolerate disrespect. You can control your surroundings and you can protect your body, mind, and spirit. And that's what I want you to focus on for the rest of the year. Focus on protecting your body, mind, and spirit. Body, mind, and spirit. Body, mind, and spirit. This is our first, I think we have not really talked about money, but this is our introduction for the rubies to understand the importance. Anytime you're starting to doubt yourself, you're starting to feel lazy, you don't want to put in the work, remember this episode. You're going to have to live a life that you truly don't want to settle for and deal with people you don't want to be with and deal with environments you don't want to be in. Okay. Thank you for coming to another episode on the Ruby Aura Mindset. Rubies, I have the perfect interactive course for you. So rather than me doing this as a PDF form, I have an interactive app for the rubies that are looking forward to really resetting their life and their finances. So if you really want to take into accountability and come literally attractive and untouchable, I have this quick course for you. It's literally only $20 to join this guided journey, and you have lifetime access to it. In this course, you will actually learn the psychology behind why attractive women need to be wealthy, how to build your personal exit fund, how to say no, how to monetize your energy and your skills. And literally the best part of this course is where you get to build your own 90-day wealth and safety plan that fits your lifestyle. And let me tell you something, being beautiful inside of this world means people will project on you. They will pursue and sometimes pray. But when you have money strategy and boundaries, rubies, you will no longer be vulnerable in this world. You will become untouchable. And this is the particular course that is for you. It's very quick. It's a 4-step module. And the rubies are going to appreciate this. So if you're ready to join, it's only $20 now. Get on in. And I'll hear from you, rubies, next time. Bye.